is doing the things that you don't want to do. As my Sifu used to teach me, discipline is doing what you don't want to do, but you have to do it. And so I do not like this particular exercise and the next one after this. And the reason I don't like it is because I don't do it as well as I do other movements. But when the rep range they recommend is 10 to 15, I want to push to 15 because I don't like it. And I want to push myself to do it. And I think that's when we grow. We grow physically, emotionally, psychologically. Our discipline, we manifest that discipline that we all need to do different, that we apply in different aspects of our life. So here we go for the second set. Trying to make sure I keep my four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay. Next movement. So this is called hip knee. It strengthens, it's a strengthening movement. It strengthens straight leg, it's a straight leg raise. So a couple of things that I need to remember about this movement. So you want to tighten your abdominal muscles, and then you want to lift your leg up 6 to 8 inches from surface, and keeping the knee locked. So there's two things that really make it difficult for me to do things. First of all, keeping your knees locked is really difficult while you're trying to focus on lifting up your leg. The second thing, which is even more important, is that you're going to have a tendency to press on the opposite leg. So in other words, if I'm lifting my right leg, I'm going to have a tendency to press with my left leg into the ground in order to help the movement. And we shouldn't be doing that. This movement should come strictly from the hip flexor, and it should, you want to bring it up as high, not as high as you can, 6 to 8 inches. So this doesn't have a time limit. Again, it has a set amount of reps, and the recommended reps are 10 to 15. So here goes on my right leg. I can do this fairly easily, and I shouldn't lift beyond the height of this knee. 3, 4, 5, 6, always using control, not just letting that leg drop. 7, making sure that knee is locked out. 8, control coming down. 9, control coming down, knee straight. 10, control. 11, control. 12, control, 13, control, 14, control, and 15. Now you're going to see the big difference with my left leg. I can't lift it as high, and it's hard for me to maintain good form. For that reason, you'll notice I don't keep my right foot on the ground. I lift up my toes so that it's only my heel. And the reason I do that is because if I keep my foot on the ground, I tend to press down to give my left leg. With my right leg, I tend to press down with my right leg in order to help my left leg. So here we go. I can't lift it anywhere near as I can as my right leg, but we're going to work on it. 1, 2, 3. The pain is incredible. 4, 5. Sorry, guys. That pain is unbelievable. All right. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow. That one I only do one setup. And as much as I hate it and I want to challenge myself, the problem is that it really does cause a tremendous amount of pain. And until I'm at a point where I've gained enough strength in that hip flexor to move it with less effort, I don't want to take the chance of putting too much stress on my core or that can transfer to my back. So I'm going to call it a day on that particular movement. The next movement is a kneeling hip flexor stretch. And for that, first of all, I'm going to have to get up. So this is my good leg, and that's how I can stand up after back surgery. I'm going to use this pad just to rest my knee. And here we go. Keeping my back straight. I feel that stretch in my quadricep. And I'm probably going to want to hold this for about a minute. Important thing for me to remember here is relaxation. So almost like if you're doing Tai Chi, right? In my case, Yu Jiao. You want to relax into the stretch. The way to do that is to make sure that you focus on your breathing. Your muscles are going to want to fight that stretch, right? It's natural. So what you want to do is gently go into the stretch, don't bounce into the stretch, and focus on your breathing, focus on relaxing your body. Got a few seconds left for a minute, to complete a minute. All right. Now we're going to switch sides. Same thing. Focus on my breathing. Make sure that I'm straight. Now, this particular, on my right side, I feel it more. On my left side, we like to call it the strong leg because it's the one that needs the most work. On my left side, I feel the stretch more in my quadriceps. On my right side, I feel it more on my lower back on the right side. So I think it's just a case of after my spine was straightened, it's my body reacting to that, adjusting to that. So just a couple of more seconds and release. Okay, the last stretch is a calf stretch, and basically all I'm doing is leaning up, making sure I'm straight, and stretching that calf for about, I'm going to hold it for a minute. So I've got about 5 seconds to go. And here we go. All right. Switch sides. Same stretch. Left calf muscle. I really feel this stretch. It's, you know, with all the walking I've been doing, this feels incredible. So holding this stretch again for a minute. While I'm holding this stretch, I just want to talk a little bit about why I'm putting together these videos. This video is meant more as a chronicle of the recovery process for my fusion surgery. So I want to be able to look back on this video a year from now, 2 years from now, et cetera, and see where I was and where I'll be a couple of years from now. It's fascinating to me how the body changes. And let's not forget that the body is constantly changing. Whether you like it or not, it's going to change. Now, here's the thing. Is your body going to change for the better? We're going to get older. And if you're 15 to 50, I'd say, you can really get better. I feel that I was at my best physically in my 40s and 50s. I won the USA, the NABBA USA at 42. So your body can get way better. But then you reach that point, in this case for me it was in my mid-60s, where you're not fighting to make your body better, you're fighting to retard the aging process, to slow down the aging process. So I had said that, in the beginning I said that I might do some strength training, and all this time I haven't been able to do any chest or tricep work. All I've been doing is biceps, anterior deltoid, medial deltoid, And I have done a little bit of legs, very little, leg extension, give you an update on that. It's on another video. I was pre-op, I was only able to do leg extensions with 5 pounds and maybe 6 or 7 reps. Post-op, I can do leg extensions with 10 pounds for 15 reps, 3 sets of 15 reps. That's a huge improvement for me. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to use my dumbbells. I use the power block and my bench, and I'm gonna do 3 sets of incline bench press. And my wife, Carrie, helped me to set up my tricep pushdown cable, and I'll do 3 sets of pushdown cables, as many reps as I can get, 3 sets. All right, so let's start with my incline bench press. What I'm doing now is I have an app. It's called Strong, and basically it's how I take data down on my workouts. The only workouts, sorry about that. The only workouts The only workouts I really don't put in that app are my cardio workouts, except for my workouts on the treadmill. If I do a treadmill workout, I'll put it in the app because it doesn't automatically go to my Garmin watch. So I'm going to pick a body part, which today will be chest, and I will pick incline bench press, dumbbell, and my last workout that I did with incline dumbbell bench presses, I was using 40-pound dumbbells, which isn't a lot, but I was already feeling pretty bad about my stenosis. Today, I'll probably use 15-pound dumbbells, and I'll see how that goes with the first set. Okay. So these are actually 25-pound dumbbells, and here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and there's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay. That was 20 reps, first set, with 25-pound dumbbells. Got to tell you, I feel pretty good. I have arthritis in my shoulders, and it's manageable. It doesn't really bother me, but I can feel it, a little tinge, when I don't perform this movement correctly. And by correctly, I mean keeping it tight, basically. Having that mind-body connection. I actually, if you'll notice, keep when I come down, the dumbbells aren't that far away. They're not spread out. I find that really, really helps minimizing the pain in that area. And the other thing is that I really try to rotate my shoulders back. When you rotate your shoulders back, you protect your shoulders as you're doing that movement. So here's set number 2. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. I felt that burn. Good. It was 20 reps, 25 pounds. I'm forced to do these high reps because I'm literally prohibited from lifting more than 15 pounds. Like, my understanding is lifting anything from the floor, right? So I'm not lifting from the floor. I'm lifting from my shoulders, and the power block is almost at waist level, right? So I don't feel any stress on my back at all. So gonna rest for about 30 seconds or so, an additional 30 seconds, and we'll do our last set of incline dumbbell bench press. So if you're not familiar with the movement, you're targeting your upper pecs, you're working your anterior deltoids and your tricep. So for that reason, this is a compound movement. It works more than one muscle at a time, one muscle group at a time. It's a very typical movement in bodybuilding, strength training, even power lifters. So again, the form, especially at my age, is critical to still continue to train at this age. And I don't let any of this stuff go to my head, and I'll tell you why. This morning, I was walking, and there's a gentleman from this neighborhood. He's 84 years old, and he has never stopped walking. He walks. I was going out on my run, and I got to tell you, I was probably 3/4 of a mile from the house when I bumped into him, and he lives a good, easily 3/4 of a mile from where I saw him. So in other words, he was probably walking a good 1.5 miles, if not more. I didn't ask him. But Tom is 84 years old, and he is my inspiration. I want to be like him when I grow up. So age is relative. You're only as old as you feel. I feel great. Right now, I feel incredible. But that said, I'm taking a lot of precautions on how I train, how I eat, how I drink, the amount of water and fluids that I take in, the type of clean diet that I eat, the type of training that I do, and listening to my body. If tomorrow I get up, tomorrow I have an appointment with the PT, but if I get up tomorrow and I feel really tired and my body is sore, I won't do that 3-mile or 2-mile walk. I'll probably take the dogs out for maybe like a half mile, easy, 24, 25 minutes per mile. I don't care. And then wait until my appointment with the physical therapist. So that said, I may not push. And if I push throughout this week, these 5 days, in terms of my cardiovascular, in terms of walking and stretching and stuff, then I'm not going to do anything Saturday and Sunday. Chances are Saturday and Sunday are relaxed days. They're the days that Carrie and I just do whatever we have to do around the house, whether that's whatever that looks like, laundry, cleaning up, making sure the house is nice, spending time with the puppies, whatever that may look like. Her and I taking a nice leisurely walk, nothing, not a workout type walk. And I'll rest not only my body, but my mind. I'll rest even psychologically, because it's a chore to push yourself constantly to be better. And so you've got to give yourself that downtime, or it becomes work. It's not something that you enjoy. Right now, I enjoy this stuff. So last set. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. So, Carrie during the weekend was kind enough to set this up for me, and I'll be doing tricep pushdowns. So here we go. Yep. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, so using a 25-pound plate, and I'm getting 25 reps out of that. I did feel a burn towards the end. I wish I could use more weight, but as much as I want to push, I also want to make sure that my fusion takes, and it takes within the 6-month window as opposed to a year. That's the best case scenario if I'm doing things that I shouldn't be doing and ruining my fusion. Worst case scenario is that they have to go back in there and fix something that I've done. So we don't want to even think that way. The only thing I think of as I'm working out, especially when I'm walking, is I'm healing, I'm getting stronger, and I'm pushing correctly. So here we go, second set. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's a burn. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay. That burned. I'm looking at the worst part of the workout, which is after I turn the camera off, I'm gonna have to pick all this stuff up and put it back, and that's no easy feat after back surgery. So it is what it is. It's another challenge. And that's my wife, Carrie. And again, I'll have to call her back after this last set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Wow, that hurt. Okay. So I think the weightlifting gods were listening to my conversation, and they said, well, if that's the biggest part of your challenge, let's just drop your phone and add that to the challenge. So To the weightlifting gods, I say, bring it on. This is easy. So that's my workout for today. Part of my workout for today. What I have to say to everyone is thank you for watching these videos. I know it could be boring, and I know you have better things to do with your lives. That's number one. Number two, as I said before in past videos, you guys keep me going. I hope it's a two-way street. I hope that I can influence you in a positive way, but you guys definitely keep me going. Your comments, the way that you literally push me on, and I thank you for that. And Carrie and I came up with a slogan the other day that I think we're going to put in a t-shirt. Just because you're getting older doesn't mean that it's over. So, peace out, stay strong, you Jow forever, love you guys.